spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will put total weather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the USC Trojans offense will get first crack at it today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to...
Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Ohio State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Humphreys. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Lots of running room. He's at the 20. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, USC.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David, he shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking downfield, it's Humphries. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back. Just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Let's see what they've got on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Upshaw. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhaul? Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to...
Oh, he's got some space. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Off-play action on first down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Trojans. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
Back to throw, it's Humphries. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The short hands, it's Upshaw. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The give to the back. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to bull his way in. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Here's a big decision for you on offense now. You just gave up a negative play. You lost some momentum down by the goal line, but do you believe your guys can go out and execute right now on 4th down to generate a touchdown? Let's find out.
A long way to go on 4th and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. From the gun. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Humphries. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Leaves it with the back. Got the 1st down and more. There he goes. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Ohio State, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. RPO complete to open the drive. At the 45 on its way. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch? They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll toss it to the left. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Humphries. Rushes on him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Now the play fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Buckeyes decide to punt it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not?
Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Just feeds the running back. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. He's at the slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Ready to try the point after. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Pittsburgh is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Dan Marino, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Stanford. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get 1st downs and hopefully move the football.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it again. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Byrne. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Got a little space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him. With that last play, now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance.
Deep shot for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels, not able to connect with the quarterback.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw at Humphries. Unloads it left. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. He'll do it himself. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down.
Man, 3rd and long, and this defense is thinking pass, pass, pass. Offense, nice job. They sneak a run in there, kind of catch them off guard. Quarterback keeps the football, gets some yardage, and now makes this 4th down more manageable.
Kick is in the air. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. The give to the tailback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Showing off the arm. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. This will likely be the last play of the half. trying to pick it up on the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Good enough for first down.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to take off. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. He'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to...
Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it at the 30. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Wants to throw. It's Humphreys. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Here's a heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful back. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Pitt is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. They've got to be loving this in the Steel City. They're up by 18 over Stanford. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Still running at the 35. Turning it on. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He might want another play. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Touchdown, Trojans! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Give to the running back. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for a man. It's Humphries. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. To the ground with the back. There he goes. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Might as well give it to him again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Trojans want to move quickly. Running back searching for a hole. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. No huddle offense to the line.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Byrne. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with him. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load. And
into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Trojans. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
And there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Can't connect on his first throw.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute those.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Trojans want to crank the tempo. They go to the ground. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Trying to get it to the marker. Creates a little room. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Kept it, and he's past the marker. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Trojans are on the move. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back.
And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll go to the ground. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've picked up a couple of first downs to start this drive, and now 1st and 10 from the 47. From the shotgun, the inside give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The play-action fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team.
Number 17 in punt formation to kick it away.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. On the run, it's Peace. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They'll give it to the back. Slithers into space. It's a seam wide open. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them up?
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Ohio State, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Pressure is effective from the defense. Knocking down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Here we go.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.